Peace, love, and light, and richest blessings. I want you to, for a second, consider this great quote, this thought energy. Imagine being bit by a snake. And instead of healing and recovering, you seek the snake out to find out why it bit you and to prove to it that you did not deserve it. See, healing is not for the snake. This is not for the snake. It's for you. When a deep injury is done to us, we are unable to recover until we forgive. Forgiveness initially is not for the person, it's for you. First is for you. Then is for them in the sense of being able to give them now redemption or a place of peace and possibility to be a different person from the mistake that they made. If we do not heal, we will not only become the snake that bit us, but we can potentially become a snake that bites someone else after they've already been bitten by a prior snake. So we can be a contributor of someone's pain if we don't heal deeply to our own pain, to our own injury that is ever present with us, because we aren't focusing on healing and recovering. We are not focusing on forgiveness. Forgiveness is a key foundation to our wholeness. It takes a lot of energy to hold on to anger so close. And oftentimes, when we are walking around injured and broken, we will deflect from the triggers, right? That are now within us, a part of us, as a result of the chronic defense activation that is now present with us, like it's our mode that we live in now. And we will place all of that on the next person that we encounter in our life that may trigger us, which really their behavior isn't the root or the cause or the initiation, the initial reason why we're triggered. Those triggers are already there from a prior instance. We will put all that on them. We will say, this person did this to me at this stage in my life. This is where I'm choosing to unpack it all. Things that happened prior on this one circumstance or person. And that's not fair. Because we have baggage. We have baggage from the beginning. Born in sin and iniquity, meaning that our conception, the way we were raised, the way we were talked to, the way that we were treated, the things that we saw were iniquitous. It was negative. It was low. And this shaped our mindsets. It shaped our perceptions. It shaped the way that we think. It has curated our decision making. And if you are not aware of that, then instances that follow that will be where you place the blame. It will be where you choose to perceive the cause of all your BS, of all your pain, your ugly, your trauma, your struggles. You will be in a victimhood state. It's a space and state where you blame everyone and everything else for how the rest of your life plays out, how your life has played out, instead of looking at things for the good, instead of looking at things happening for you and not to you. The way that we can begin to look at things as happening for us and no longer to us is when we begin to focus on ourselves within. When we begin to take on a journey of the inward, we begin to have an inward journey. We are dealing with a heightened state of cognitive dissonance. When someone may be used, right? Or an experience in life may be used to expose our wounds in order to give it air, in order that it can truly begin to heal, so that you can stop covering it up and keeping it from the surgery or keeping it from whatever the procedure is that is going to bring life to it. We reject it because it hurts. And not only do we reject it, but again, we place blame on it. It's almost like we have these open, deep incisions that have infections and all kind of things. And when the surgeon comes to, sew you up to bring healing, it's like we blame the surgeon for the injury at hand. And in today's timing and period, the Son Yahusha is who speaks to us, and he has servants. And this has been happening since the beginning of time, where the Most High Source Powers uses his vessels, his servants, to bring life to your wounds. And we then place the blame on those surgeons, those servants of the Most High Infinite Presence, and say, you are the cause of my wounds. Because the way that the procedure had to be done, it caused probably more pain than injury. And if you think about it, this is the exact picture of Yahusha. It was more painful for Yah to watch his son on that state in order to redeem us, in order to heal our wounds, right? Than the injury at hand. The injury being sin and iniquity that we did. It was more painful. It was more impactful. We know this is the case because of the fact that there was a redemption to be given. This could be cleaned up. Then, right? It's proving the point at hand. And so I want to encourage you to let Yahuwah breathe and speak life over your wounds. I want you to not shoot the messenger, but I want you to practice and just attempt to take accountability for your heart. We got to take accountability. I can't blame a person that tells me the truth. And my behavior, my actions, and my thoughts, the way that I live my life, the way that I show up at work, the way that I show up in my home to my husband or my wife or my children, the way I interact with people, the way life is being handed to me is proving all the things that is being told about me. It's undeniable. It's inevitable. And it's just time for us to take accountability and to really heal. To stop blaming people. To stop trying to make an excuse or pinpoint why or reason as to why you are the way that you are. To give an excuse to ultimately continue in those ways. See, that's what happens. We really are looking for an excuse or justification. That's why we look for blame. Because if I can blame or put this on you, I don't have to change. Selah. Love, peace, and richest blessings.